Good morning, guys. Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Morning.
Morning, good morning. So, how's your revision going? Just a minute, guys. So, how's your revision going? Guys, I'm audible, right? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, that means I asked you a question. How's your revision going?
Going good, sir.
Okay. I don't know why you people become silent, go into silent mode whenever I ask this question. Right, anyways, you're no kids anymore. So you must know better. It's entirely up to you whether you revise it or not. but I cannot stress more on the importance of revision. So, anyways, it's up to you entirely, but try to revise. So, where were we yesterday?
Mediterranean climate.
Mediterranean climate. Okay, good. So, we have seen Mediterranean climate, right? We have seen flora, we have seen agriculture, economy, people, and everything. But what about animals? What about the fauna? What about the fauna? Bear, bees. Okay. This region is not known for fauna. Okay. Maybe some of the species like bees. Okay. But Mediterranean region is not specific for fauna because already they have destroyed almost all the natural vegetation available. So of course, if they are destroying the natural vegetation, then think about the animals living there. What will happen to the what would have happened to the animals?
They will have no shelter to live.
Exactly, habitat destruction. That is the problem of the this Mediterranean region. Okay, habitat destruction, and without habitat destruction, of course, the animals are also going to suffer. So exactly, we don't know what kind of animals are home for this place, right? If know about only flora, even the flora that is there, okay, even the flora that is there, it's oranges, olives, right? So even that is not the exact natural vegetation you can find in any place, right? But considering the present world, what does that mean, Biju? Considering the present world, current animals inhabited that area. Yeah, that's what, like some of the places, fox, okay, some of the places, maybe bear, right? It is not that prevalently available, especially in Mediterranean climate. No, Mediterranean climate are the places, one of the most advanced regions of the world, one of the most advanced region agriculturally also, and economic wise also. Okay, as you know, viticulture, right? Almonds, hazelnuts. So, of course, nothing would be there, right? Because animals can be found only in the natural vegetation, which are untouched by humans, or where animals and humans are cohabiting. Otherwise, nowhere you can find where human intervention is there. Okay, right? Some of the places we know man and wildlife conflicts are there, but even that place is shared by both humans and animals. Okay, it's not exactly sharing, but you know the case. Okay, humans would be on one side and animals on the other side. You know about this wild elephants, okay, wild boars, okay, which come to the agricultural land and destroy the agriculture. Okay, because that's their habitat, right? So at least that is there in India, in majority parts of the India, and especially people of Kerala, you must be aware of it, right? It is there, but that is not the case with Mediterranean, because the entire area was destroyed. Then how come you can see any natural fauna there, right? Anyways, shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
So,
So the next climate is steppe climate, are also known as temperate grassland climate, are also known as temperate continental climate. Okay, so from the name itself, you can understand steppe climate. Reason is steppe is a grassland. Steppe is a grassland in Central Asia, and this is where first the prominence of this climate was found. So whatever the climate that was found after this, they named after steppe only. Okay, that's why it is known as steppe climate, and also it is known as temperate continental climate because you know the reason, it is in the continental zone. Okay, if you know the checkered box, if you check the checkered box, you can find that this is in the continental region, so it is known as temperate continental climate. And also it is known as temperate grassland climate. The reason is, you know, the rainfall is not sufficient enough to support trees. At the same time, the rainfall is there, minimum rainfall, low rainfall is there, which is enough to support the development of grass. Okay, and owing to its temperature, you can grow wheat there. Since wheat is there, since grass is there, herbivorous animals are there. Since herbivorous animals are there, wheat and meat become the product of this region, right? You know all these things. So these are the grasslands of the world, temperate grasslands of the world. So anyways, you know many of the grasslands, right? Can you name some temperate grasslands? I'm asking, not tropical. Can you name some temperate grasslands? Prairies, okay. Then that's it. Prairies, pampas, nothing else. What about veld? Veld grassland, velds. Do you remember?
yes, sir.
Where? Africa. Good. Then down, Downs grassland. Downs grassland. Right, anyways. So these are some of the grasslands of the world, right? So you know about the temperature. Since it is a continental area, temperatures would be extremes, right? In the summer, it would be around 20 degrees Celsius, 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, in the winters, it would be around. Come on, you tell me. 5 degrees Celsius. Yeah, right. So somewhere it would be 5 degrees Celsius. So this is what basically the temperature of the steppe climate, right? And apart from that, precipitation somewhere between 50 centimeter rainfall. Okay, some of the regions just 25, some of the regions 75. Wherever rainfall is little available, wherever rainfall is available in little abundant, people go for agriculture, right? And you know about Chinook. What is Chinook?
Hot wind.
Hot wind of which grassland? Of which grassland? In North America. Okay, good. So if you see, Chinook also helps in agriculture development. So that's what, wherever little water is available, wherever the winter climate is little moderate, what happens is development of agriculture happens. Okay, and that too dependent upon how much water, how much rainfall is available. Some places grow extensive agriculture, some places go for ranches where it is mixed farming, right? I hope you know about mixed farming, right? Mixed farming means where the land is shared by both agricultural crops and as well as the cattle population, right? Livestock and agriculture. If it happens in the same land, both if happens in the same land, then it can be considered as mixed farming, right? Mixed agriculture, mixed farming, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. So natural vegetation of this region, treeless, only grasses available. Grasses are short and nutritious in nature, which means herbivorous animals, right? So these area, for example, in prairies, they are less suitable for arable farming. Okay, majority of them comes from ranching. So ranching means you know about the cowboys, right? Who are cowboys?
So those who travels in horses and loot, having a cap.
No, they are not cowboys. Yes, they travel in horses, that is right, but they don't go for looting and all. Cowboys are actually work. They work as the name itself. They're cowboy. They take care of the cow. Okay. Since it is a vast plain and the horses are available, they travel in horses. Okay. Think about like 1800s, 1700s. You cannot afford a car in that period, and car is also not that developed to go in a grassland like region. So they use horse, and the dress is because the temperature, right? Temperature is cold here. Okay, if they wear normal dresses, then it would be difficult for them. That's why they wear hat, and they wear this kind of dress where it is little thick leather. Okay, they don't go for looting. That happens in movies. Okay, so apart from that, it's basically the cowboys are the one who takes care of the cows. Okay, this is called ranches. Ranches means where a lot of cows would be there, and these cowboys would be taking care of. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, ranges means the area, right?
Right? What?
Ranges means the area where cows are seen.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
What do you call that place in Malayalam? the place where cows are there, someone takes care of it. You must be having a name, right, for that?
In a home, we say it as ala, a shelter
Okay.
for cow.
Okay, right. Yeah, ranches are like that. Okay, cows will be taken care of, milk, and after that, slaughtering, right? So this place is also known for a type of rich black soil known as chernozem. Okay, in Ukraine, there is this particular soil known as chernozem available, and this is a rich soil. Okay, and this is also better watered region. That means agriculture, development of agriculture would be more in this region, right? Nichilpuram. Oh, then about trees. Trees. This region is not suited for trees. Okay, it's only suited for grass. And wherever the transitional areas there between the steppe and the Siberian region, you can find coniferous trees, right? So if you see the checkered box again, if you see the checkered box, after this continental region, that is after this prairies, after this steppe climate, you can see the Siberian climate. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Siberian climate is where the climate is called taiga or boreal. Okay, different names are there. The Siberian climate, the adjoint areas, the transition areas towards the poleward, that means the northern side. Okay, you can find the coniferous trees. And apart from that, this region is not suited for trees. That's why grasses and wheat farming. Okay, animals. Animals also, there's no diversity. Okay, so only a few animals would be there. Pure stands. See, pure stand means when a homogeneity is there, when a lot of number of same species are there, that's what we call as pure stand. Okay.
So could you spell it once again?
Oh, simple. Pure, pure stand, stand. Right. So this is what pure stand is. Pure stand means the homogeneity. A lot number of same species is there. It is available in one place. That's called pure stand. Okay, so this region is known for this pure stand. Not much animal diversity. Horses, ox, buffalo. Okay, these kind of animals, right? And economic development. Wheat and maize, right? Wheat, meat, and of course ranching, because meat is there, ranching would be there, right? Alfalfa grass. This region is known for alfalfa grass, which are very important and nutritious for the cattle and sheep rearing, right? And that is why the prairies are known as granaries of the world, right? Granaries of the world, because the why it is the reason, the reason, right? Apart from just the temperature, apart from just the availability of rainfall, there is something else also with prairies. What is that? For extensive agriculture, just temperature, just rainfall won't be enough. What else needed?
Irrigation.
Not getting a word?
Irrigation.
Irrigation. Okay. Then
Fertility of the soil.
Fertility of the soil. Yes, Chernozem soil. Right. Then metals. Yes, metals are needed. That's why this region is known for copper also. River valleys.
Machineries.
Machineries, and apart from all of these things, land should be available. Large area of land should be available. Large area of plain should be available. See, that is the reason why India couldn't develop, right? India, it is blessed with variety of climate. The diversity is there. We have good yielding crops and everything. The problem is unavailability of land. You know, India is the country where highest percentage of its land comes under agriculture. Around 52% of India's land comes under agriculture. 50 to 56% of its land comes under agriculture. But even then, we are suffering of because of food insecurity. And the reason, you know, right? Large land availability is not there. Right? First generation, some 1 hectare land would be available. Second generation, they would be having some 10 children. Each of them get a small part of the land. Then another generation, each of them 10 would be having another 10 children, and the land will get split. Splitting of land. Okay. And economic development is very difficult in such areas. Agricultural development is very difficult in such areas. Mechanization becomes very difficult in such areas. Mechanization becomes possible only when the agriculture is profitable, right? Only when the agriculture is profitable, mechanization is possible. The reason, you know, mechanization can happen only when large amount of land is available. See, if you have 100 hectares of land or 100 hectares of land, you can easily buy a machine, right? It is going to be profitable for you. Consider if for having just half-acre land. Will you buy machines?
No, sir.
No, because it's not going to be profitable for you. You won't be able to repay the loan. Okay, it's not going to happen. That is why eastern part of India couldn't sustain or couldn't go through the green revolution. Okay, the entire eastern part of India skipped the green revolution. The reason is, this is one of the reasons. Right, anyways. So, this region is known for ranching, wheat, maize cultivation. Right? And in Asian steppes, the people are known for herding, nomads. Right? From where Aryans came to India? From which part of the world?
Central Asia.
From Central Asian steppe region. Right? So exactly this is where the Aryans came to India. Right? So this is where exactly Aryans came to India, and you know, they are nomads. And still the people who settle in the Central Asian steppes, majority of them are nomadic people only. Right? So I hope you know the meaning of nomads, right? What is the meaning of nomad? Nomad.
Wandering and grazing.
Wandering and raising cattle population. Okay. Right. So this is about nomadic herding and extensive mechanized wheat cultivation. Right? You know, prairies, the pampas in Argentina, steppes in Ukraine, and downs of Australia. So now you understood, right? Where is downs? Where is downs grassland?
Australia.
Australia. Okay. So Downs in Australia is known for pastoral farming. That's why Australia is the country which has highest percentage of its land under pastures. Nearly 56% of Australia's land comes under pastures, right?
Right, sir.
Right. Especially sheep, and also lanas are there, but majorly sheep, and apart from that, lanas and all other type of animals. Right, pastoral farming. This region is known for. So, if you see all these regions, is there any correlationship between the white settlers and the steppe climate? Is there any correlation between the white settlers and the steppe climate? Cold temperature, don't know. Okay. Okay, just see the steppe climate region. Okay. North America, white settlers. South Africa, wild, white settlers. Australia, New Zealand, Downs, white settlers. Why? These are the places where white colonized and settled there, right? India also they colonized. Indonesia also they colonized. Sri Lanka also they colonized. Even China for that case, they colonized, but they didn't stay there. But they stayed in all other places. They stayed. They made America their homeland. They made Australia and New Zealand their homeland, but not India, but not China, not Indonesia. Right? So wheat and meat is available. Yes, vast availability of land and wheat, meat available. Then what else? That's their staple food, wheat and meat. Okay, availability is there. Temperature is also moderate. That is also good. Right? So whatever is necessary for their living is available. So they settle there. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Hello, guys. So, yes, we were discussing about the what were we discussing?
White settlement Stepira.
Not getting what?
The white settlement in steppe grasslands.
Yes. Okay, so availability of land, availability of wheat, availability of meat, and apart from the temperature. Okay, so they are able to tolerate these temperatures. That's why they settle there. And even in Australia, if you take, it's not they settled in a desert region, right? All of them settle near coast only, just like their hometown. In Britain, they settled in coastal region only, right? So, prairies, extensive agriculture, wheat and meat, and pustas where rich black chernozem soil are available. Here, sugar beet, right? And pampas, known for alfalfa, which is rich grass, known for ranching, cattle rearing, dairy products, and of course, wheat and meat. Downs and Canterbury, again. Merino sheep. Okay, this is what the most important sheep of Australia is. Merino sheep, right? I told you, right? 56% of the land, Australian land, comes under pastures, and especially a variety of sheep is pretty famous here. The sheep name is Merino sheep, right? Merino wool is pretty costly, and you can search in Google. Okay, you will get you'll know about this Merino sheep and Merino wool, right? Merino wool is one of the most possessed wool in the world, apart from Pashmina in India. You know Pashmina, right? Pashmina wool from India.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jammu and Kashmir. Pashmina shawl. Pashmina wool from Pashmina goat.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so next to Pashmina, it is Merino sheeps. Okay, so as I said, it's pretty costly, this Merino wool, and Pashmina is even costlier than that. Right? So next is Weld, the maize farming. So what else do you know about this one, guys? What else do you know about this one? Steppe climate. Guys, what else do you know about steppe climate? In summer, very hot. Okay, the same story. Fine, no problem. So next, we'll move on to the other temperature, which is the warm temperate eastern margin climate. So it is also known as China type climate. So this warm temperate eastern margin climate is one of the most varied climates in the world. It has a lot of variety in it. Okay, so this is just one form of climate. Okay, there are other two types of climate within this fold. Okay, one is the temperate monsoon climate, or also known as the China type of climate, and there is one more climate called Gulf type climate, and there is one more climate called Natal type climate. So three different varieties are there within this western margin. Okay, warm temperate eastern margin climate, right? So this is found between 30° to 45° north and south latitudes, which you already know, on the eastern coast of the hemisphere. So which wind influences this region, guys?
Sir, in summer it will be influenced by the northeast trade wind.
Okay. Are you sure summer it is northeast trade wind?
Yes, sir, because the shifting happens now.
Hmm. Check. Just a minute. Just a minute. Hello all.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So warm temperate eastern margin climate. As I said, three different climates are there here. One is the China type climate, or also the temperate monsoon climate, And apart from that, we have two different types, other types of climate known as Gulf type climate and natal type of climate. Okay, so what do you understand from this Gulf type of climate? You people are familiar with this word Gulf. So you tell me. Slight monsoonal. Oh,
Warm temperature.
warm temperature. Okay. So if you think Gulf climate means something to do with Arabian region, no. Gulf type of climate is the climate of which region? Warm due to Gulf Stream. Yeah, good. Right? Gulf type climate is the climate of Labrador region. Labrador. Okay, so Labrador, the eastern coast of United States of America, to be precise. The eastern coast of United States of America comes under this Gulf type. So which means Georgia, Florida, Carolina, okay, all these states comes under the influence of this Gulf type climate. And there is another type of climate, you know, China type of climate. So where can you see China type of climate here? Where is China type of climate here? China, right? It is there in China. So it is known as China type of climate. And apart from China, is it there in South Korea? Is it there in Japan?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then natal type of climate. So natal is the type of climate which you see in the southern hemisphere region. Okay, one is near Pampas, that is near Argentina, Brazil. Okay, and the other one natal type is near South Africa. The other natal type is near Australia. So this is what the coverage of this type of climate, eastern margin climate, right? So China type climate, as I was saying, southern parts of Japan, China, and then Gulf type of climate, the southeastern part of United States of America, and the natal type is where South Wales. Okay, so what is exactly the difference between China type climate, Gulf type climate, and natal type climate? See, one thing about natal type of climate is that it has a huge influence of trade winds, onshore trade winds, all throughout the year, which means all throughout the year, ocean is influencing this natal type of climate. But that is not the case with China type of climate, right? Then Gulf type of climate, that is not the case. Instead of that, during the summer period, it has an inflow of cool Atlantic Ocean waters. Okay, that is there in Gulf type of climate. So a small difference between all these type of climate. All of them are in the same region, which means same latitudes, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, but they are influenced, geographical influence is different for each of them. For China, it is seasonal reversal of wind, whereas for Gulf, it is light monsoon, whereas natal, it is non-monsoonal in nature because of the influence of ocean all throughout the year, right? Climate is warm, moist summer, cool, dry winter, right? So, have you seen any other climate with this feature? Warm, moist summer and cool, dry winter. Have you seen any other climate? Warm, moist summer and cool, dry winter. Sudan, warm, moist summer and cool, dry winter. Oh, are you sure it is warm, moist summer? Viju? In India, in India, do you think really there is a difference between summer and winter, especially for the people of Kerala and Tamil Nadu? Nope. So Savannah, is it true that it is a warm, moist summer? Come on, think. Savannah means Savannah or Sudan, both are same only. Savannah or Sudan, whatever it is. It's not warm, moist summer. Think. It is not warm, it is hot. There is a difference between warm and hot in climate. As per climate, warm is different from hot. Right? This region is called warm temperate region. Whereas the region between 10 degree to 30 degree is called hot region. There is a difference, Biju. Don't get confused or don't interchange it. Okay. That region is known as hot region. This region is known as warm temperate region. There is huge difference between these two. And also, Sudan type of climate means alternate what? There is a keyword for Sudan. There is a keyword for Savannah. Alternate. Yes, alternate wet and dry. That is the keyword. Alternate wet and dry. The wet is hot, wet summer, cool, dry winter. That's exactly what Savannah type of climate is. Warm, moist is different from hot, wet. Right? Anyways, the temperature, it would be somewhere between 4 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. So which means, is the temperature going in extreme? Is there extremes of temperature here? Okay. So again, there is something you guys should understand. Extreme temperature is going different between extremes of temperature. You might feel this is difficult or same thing. Extreme temperature means cold or hot. This is extreme temperature. Extremes of temperature means the temperature difference between the hottest period and the coldest period. That is called extremes of temperature. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. So this is not extreme temperature, but extremes of temperature is here. Right? Then precipitation. So of course, this region, it's one of the blessed regions where rainfall would be moderate, 60 centimeter to 150 centimeter. And that too, dependent upon whether the maritime influence is there or not, it would be there. Right? Then it is one of the most densely regions of the world, China, Japan, right? Southeastern part of United States of America, Australian coast, right? All these regions, it's a densely populated region, right? This region is known for anticyclonic condition. What is anticyclonic condition? Do you remember from the pressure belt? Along 30-degree north latitudes, along 30-degree south latitudes, anticyclonic condition.
High pressure zone.
Yes, high pressure zone. Okay, subsidence of air mass from the higher altitudinal regions. Okay, subsidence of air mass is happening here. So what happens is a high pressure zone is created, which is called the anticyclonic condition. Right? So in summers, you can find this anticyclonic condition. And also, these are the regions known for tropical cyclones, typhoons, hurricanes, right? Typhoons in which country? Typhoons in which country?
Japan,
Japan. Hurricane?
USA.
USA. Willy Willy? Willy Willy? Willy Willy is Australia. Okay. It's nothing but cyclones only, tropical cyclones. Only name is different. Okay. USA call it as hurricanes. We call it as cyclones. Japan call it as typhoons. Australians call it as Willy Willy. Okay. Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, China type climate, summer and winter difference. So, summer is intensely heated by, the Tibetan region. It intensely gets heated during the summer time, and intensely it becomes cold during the winter time. So, seasonal reversal is there. And of course, this is in warm region. That is why it is known as warm monsoon climate. Okay. And winters, the intense pressure over Siberian region. Okay, so this is the seasonal reversal. Then Gulf type climate. So Gulf type climate, it is comparatively less intense than the China climate. Reason, the influence of ocean currents. And the natal type of climate, there is no influence of monsoon because maritime influence is there. Right? Rainfall throughout the year. Natural vegetation. So depending upon which region it is, there would be hardwood trees also. There would be softwood trees also. Hardwood trees you can see in the region of lowlands, that is near plains, near sea level. On the highlands, that is high altitudinal region, you can find softwood trees like coniferous trees such as pines and cypress. Right? So this is the natural vegetation. Then what about the animals? What about the animals, guys? Herbivorous. Okay. Think about the animals from China. Yes. Think about the animals from Japan. Right. And one more beautiful thing about this place is China, eastern part of USA, Australia, all of these are in coastal region, right? So fisheries development, this also can be seen in this region. And apart from that, timber production, because here you can find hardwood trees. It is warm also. Unlike the tropical rainforest, here pure stands can be available. Right? Some of the regions, palm trees thrive. Some of the regions like Eastern Australia, eucalyptus thrive. Okay. So in Brazil, in Paraguay, there is another type of pine called quebracho. Okay, this is used for tanning purpose. Right? So different types of wood timbers are available here. And in monsoon, sorry, and in China, there is a type of farming called monsoon farming, right? So which country produces highest percentage of rice in the world? Is it India or China? Largest rice producer in the world. Is it China or India?
China.
Oh. Right. So 1/3 of the world's rice comes from China. So China is the largest producer of rice in the world, number one producer of rice in the world. The reason is monsoon farming. Okay, even though majority of the region in this place is not plain region, China invented a type of agriculture called terrace cultivation. Right? China invented a type of cultivation called terrace cultivation. So what do you understand from this word? We have already seen, right? Terrace formation. Do you remember? Do you remember terrace formation? We have already seen in one place terrace formation. Valley, mountain, terrace formation. Not in valleys. Flat surface along slopes. Right. In physical geography, we have seen physiography. Fluvial landforms. Do you remember? Terrace formation. Right? So, yes, example Grand Canyon. Oh, okay. So, like that, terrace cultivation you can see here. Okay, it has got nothing to do with terrace cultivation. What I'm saying is just I'm giving you the reference for terrace. So you know the terrace like feature, right? Terrace means this is the terrace like feature. Okay, what they do is they grow crops here, they grow crops here, they grow crops here, they grow crops here. That is, they erode, they clear the mountain of the vegetation and they start growing agriculture, they start doing agriculture here. Okay, this is the terrace agriculture, terrace farming. Okay, because flat land is not available. Since flat land is not available, what they do is they clear the mountains, they do agriculture in the form of terrace cultivation, which means if rainfall comes, some rain here, 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 some rain here. So which means all the places would get rainfall, would get rain. Okay, so terrace cultivation, and that is how you can see terrace cultivation in Google. If you search in Google Images, you'll find beautiful pictures, right? So this is the monsoon farming in China. Then the Gulf states, you know, this region is known for corn, cotton, tobacco. Okay, think about the United States of America in 1850s time, 1850s, 1750s, United States of America, if you think, or if you watch any periodic movie, in 1850 and 1750 in Hollywood, you can find cotton cultivation, corn cultivation, tobacco, and especially how the Caucasian subjugated Negroid race. Okay, all these things are there in movies itself. Okay, so if you can find any movies, any good movies like that, suggest me also. Right? Shall we move
Right.
forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is one good movie, I think, Django Unchained. Django Unchained. How many of you watched this movie? Not seen. Okay, it's a really good movie. If you have time, you can watch it. I think it is there in Netflix.
No, sir.
A lot of periodic movies are there. You can watch movies. You can watch movies and get a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. Right? Anyways, next is corn. Of course, this region is known for corn. If corn is heavily available, okay, this is one of the reason India and United States of America had a tough relationship in the 1970s. India wanted corn, India wanted tobacco. Sorry, not tobacco, corn and wheat. Okay, but the United States of America humiliated Indira Gandhi. That's why Green Revolution started in India. It's a good thing. It's a blessing in disguise, anyways. So, corn. This region is known for corn. Okay, the Corn Belt, Nebraska, Iowa, Indiana, Ohio. Okay, you know that it is near the Great Lakes, right? Great Lakes means the lakes, right? Superman helps everyone, right? What is the waterway? What is the name of the waterway here?
St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence Waterway. Anyways, it is there in the slide itself, right? So, since corn is heavily available, since flat land, that is the plains, grassland is available, cattle and pig population here goes to a height because corn is fed to the pigs, right? Most of the corn after human consumption and the byproducts that is created after the corn are given to pigs and cattle, right?
Right, sir.
Yes. Since pigs and cattle are heavily available, since corn is heavily available, the beef production, corned beef production, okay, beef industry, pork industry. And one more thing is there Islam here? Islam? Is there Islam here? No. Good. Is there Hinduism here? Yes, sir. Ah. What? No, 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 no. That's not what I'm asking. Is there Islam here? Means I'm asking from this place in Iowa, Ohio, the Corn Belt. I'm asking. Okay, not whether is there anyone Islam here in the class. Okay, of course I know. Kerala is one of the wonderful state where all the three people are coexisting together happily and also in great proportion compared to any other state in the world. So of course I know there would be a lot of Islamic people in the class. Right, anyway, so if you see the industry here, as I said, there is no Islam, which means pork industry development. There is no Hinduism, which means beef industry development. Cool, right? If Islam is there, then pork industry cannot develop. If Hinduism is there, beef industry cannot develop. Right? That's why if you go to Kottayam, which meat is famous? Beef in Kerala, because Christian population and the Muslim population is high. That is the reason why beef in Kerala is pretty famous. If you go to Kottayam, which meat is famous? Beef. Are you sure? Isn't it pork?
Beef and pork both is available, sir.
Beef and pork both. Okay, good. But if you come to Kozhikode,
Pork can be seen.
pork.
Pork not much seen.
Yeah. Sayoj. Just because to give hype to your region, don't say everything is available. Yes, everything is available. But I have searched for pork a long time in Calicut. Okay, I have found only 2 or 3 places I hardly found there is only one restaurant which serves pork here. Okay, only one restaurant in Zomato is serving here, and there is one small restaurant. Okay, apart from that, in the radius 20-kilometer radius, yeah, it is there. I'm not saying it is not there. You must understand it. I'm not saying it is not there. It is there. Of course, it would be there. Okay, but at what proportion is what I'm asking. Okay, if you go to Angamali, if you go to Kottayam, it's pork. If you come to Calicut, it's beef. Reason is Kottayam and Angamali is full of which community? I mean, which religion?
Christians.
Christians. Whereas Calicut, Muslims.
Muslims.
Exactly. So only where Islamic population is not there, pork industry will thrive. Only where Hinduism is not there or available in less, or people are more open, their beef industry will thrive. Okay, and beautifully, this place is free of Islam also, free of Hinduism also. Since this place is free of Islam and Hinduism, doesn't matter, both beef and pork industries developed. Okay, the availability of corn on one side, and the barriers, the religious barriers, okay, the absence of religious barriers on the other side. So that's why this region, you already know, it's known as slaughterhouse of the world, right? Mexico, St. Lawrence Waterway. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So next is cotton cultivation. So cotton cultivation is one of the most cruel process, one of the most cruel thing that was done by the Caucasian people. Okay, you know, the people from India, the people from Caribbean region, okay, the people from Africa, they were all taken as slaves, indentured laborers, and made them to work in cotton cultivation, tobacco cultivation, tea cultivation all around the world, right? So if you go to any period in around 1850s, 1750s, even in 1900s, if you watch any period movie, Hollywood related to this, you can see cotton cultivation. Okay, even if you watch Django Unchained, it's the same case it is. Okay, so this region is also known for, you know, hot region. Rainfall is also available. Soil also particularly suited for this time. Okay, so cotton cultivation. Okay, and in certain regions, sugarcane cultivation. Mississippi and Missouri are two rivers of United States of America, which are the important bloodlines for the development of agriculture in United States of America. Right? Everything that we see in geography has a close relationship with what happened to the entire world. Okay, if you take, for example, the cotton cultivation all happened in the southern parts of United States of America. That's why even today, if you go, southern parts of United States of America is the one of the most underdeveloped regions in United States itself. And apart from that, concentration of Afro Americans high in the southern states, right? Even the Civil War, if you take, the problem was between northern states and South Federation, Southern Confederacy, right? Next, tobacco. So, which is the native crop of America, right? So, tobacco is also pretty famous in this region. And sugarcane, cotton, tobacco, maize, corn, all these cultivations. right? So apart from that, there's nothing much here. We'll move on to the next climate. So what about the fauna in this region, guys? Fauna we already seen, right? Yes. Okay. Now, temperate western margin climate or northwest European maritime climate. Which climate is this? Which climate is this? Temperate western margin climate or northwest European maritime climate. This region, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. So, what is the name of this climate? British climate. Okay. British climate. The beauty about this climate is seasons are very distinct in nature. That means, how many seasons are there, guys? How many seasons are there?
4.
4. Good. What are those seasons? 4 seasons.
Summer, winter, autumn.
Summer.
Summer, winter, autumn,
Autumn.
spring. Okay, good. 4 seasons are there. What about Mediterranean climate? How many seasons did we see in Mediterranean climate? How many seasons did we see in Mediterranean climate?
Summer and winter.
Summer and winter. Okay. How many seasons did we see in savanna climate? Sudan. Alternate wet and dry. Hot, wet, again, summer and winter. Okay. How many climates did we see in monsoon climate, eastern margin? Sorry, how many seasons did we see in monsoon climate, eastern margin, monsoon climate?
2.
2 or 2 or 3? We saw 3 climates in monsoon. One is summer, the other one is rainy season, the other one is winter. 3.
Right, sir.
Huh? Distinct rainy season is there. That's a feature of monsoon climate, a distinct rainy season. Okay, right. Hot equatorial region, how many seasons? Equatorial region, how many seasons?
2. Summer and winter.
Summer and winter. Hot equatorial region. Equatorial region, is there winter? Is there winter in equatorial region? The beauty about equatorial region is there is no clear distinction of seasons. That is the feature of equatorial region. Equatorial region, there is no summer, there is no winter. It's always same throughout there. That's what I said, right? 24/7, 365 is the same. Right? That is the feature of equatorial region itself. So, equatorial region also, no. Right? Savanna, no. Steppe, again, you know, it's only 2 seasons, summer and winter. So, steppe also no. Right? Mediterranean, no. So almost all the seasons that we have seen so far never had a distinct season type, right? That means not all the 4 seasons are available in any of the climate we have seen so far. Am I right?
Right, sir.
Exactly, that is correct. So this is the only climate where you can see distinct seasonal changes. Summer, winter, Atom spring. Perfect. I told you Mediterranean region is one of the most productive regions of the world. And at the same time, I told you there is one more climate also, which is even more productive than the Mediterranean climate. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is that climate. The climate is very favorable for maximum human output. Okay. Any other climate, apart from any other climate in the world, British climate is the only climate that is the most productive of all the climates, right? Because of their geographical setting, right? So people who watch cricket, Sayus, are you there? Do you watch cricket?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then fine. So if you watch cricket, then tell me about this British climate, because you must have seen a lot of matches from which we play in Britain. What do you understand from this British climate?
The rainy also will be there, no?
Not getting what?
No, rainy season will be also there, no? Like what?
Rainy season
No.
is also there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Was there any match cancelled recently in Britain? Not the last test match, fifth one. Before that, got cancelled or match was drawn.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
First test match, right?
yes, sir.
Why? What is the reason? What is the reason? Reason is rain. Okay. First test match between India and England was drawn because of rain. Okay, otherwise India would have won. Yes, due to rain. So the reason is rain, and the month was August, right? August end, to be precise. It's August end or September first week. Exactly, I don't remember. August end, I think. So, anyways, if you go to Britain in the month of June, okay, that is the classic 2019 World Cup. Okay, rain during June. During August, if you go, rain. During December, if you go, rain. During February, if you go, rain. So, what does it mean? So, what does it mean? Rainfall is distributed evenly and properly all throughout the year, and that is one of the reasons why agriculture was highly developed in Britain. Okay, agriculture was highly developed in Britain because of rainfall distributed throughout the year, high agricultural productivity. And apart from that, what is the position of Britain in the world? What is the position of the Britain in geographically, if you see? Island, right? So, which means to connect to the exterior world, they should have a strong navigation system. To connect to the exterior world, they should have a strong naval, navy, shipbuilding. Okay, so agriculture productivity high, navy and shipbuilding is there, right? And apart from that, there are political reasons also. Okay, so That's why they were able to conquer almost all part of the world. Agriculture productivity was so high, they did not know what to do after eating. So they went for industrialization. Once industrialization is there, shipbuilding is there, they started exporting their products to other parts of the world. That's why they came to India. And since they are able to export, they have money. So they want to buy something. They started buying pepper, they started buying silk, they started buying cotton. And during summertime, it's beautifully helpful for them to have cotton. So they became fond of this cotton. So they wanted cotton belt entirely in their hand. And slowly, how they captured the entire world. Right? So this region is known for frontal cyclonic activity, also known as temperate cyclone. Okay, it is under the influence of westerlies all through the year. Right? It has greater oceanic influence, which you already know. So these are the regions of British climate. Right? Australia. Then this region, Britain, along with Belgium. Okay, this region. Then Canada, or to be precise, British Columbia. Okay, from the name itself, you can understand British Columbia. Then, what is this region? Which country is that? Chile. Okay, so British Columbia, Chile, that is British Columbia and Canada. Then this region, and apart from that, Australia. This is where the British climate is exactly. And apart from that, is there any places you are seeing a little here and there, small packets? That's not Nepal. Actually, that is the northeastern India, northeast India. Okay. So, this region. So, you know all these things. This is what we said. France, Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway. So, what do you understand from this, guys? France, Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, which means Luxembourg also. What do you understand from this? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me that. Do you remember Benelux countries? Do you remember Scandinavian countries? Yes, of course, you should remember. Is Norway a Scandinavian country? Is Denmark a Scandinavian country? You know about the Scandinavian countries, right? One of the most developed countries in the world. Okay, so as I said, maximum human output. The most developed countries in the world belongs to this British climate, right? So summers are moderately warm, right? Winters are fairly mild, which means the temperature is so beautiful. During the winter, it would be somewhere around 5 degrees Celsius. During the summer, it would be around 15 degrees Celsius. You can go out. In the summer, you can happily go out wearing whatever you like to wear. In the winter, you need little comfort. right? The reason for such a mild winter is the North Atlantic drift. What is a North Atlantic drift? Is it a cold current or a warm current? So from the name itself, it is there warm. Okay, it's best asking you. So it is a warm current. So since since the warm ocean current influence is there, what happens is winters are mild. Okay, summers are also mild because anyways it is in a cool region, cool temperature region. So beautifully, British region got placed geographically in a wonderful place where even during the summer it is not hot, even during the winter it is not that cool. Okay, the maritime influence and especially the North Atlantic drift helps them in easing the winter climate. And in the summer also, they helps in easing the climate. And apart from that, since it is surrounded by oceans on all the sides, they get rainfall all throughout the year, right? So sometimes something called polar vortex appear. Have we seen polar vortex? No, right? Polar vortex.
No, sir.
Okay, don't worry. In tomorrow's class, we'll see. So polar vortex. From time to time, polar vortex come to this region and invade this region, thereby creating some disruption. Okay, so this is about then precipitation. As I said, rainfall throughout the year. Okay, rainfall throughout the year. But however, winter maximum you can see in this region. Winter maximum means if you take, for example, this is the January month and this is the December month, and if you consider it's 250 centimeter rainfall on the sides, rainfall would be like this. So again, winter. So which means during winter time, it is going high. Rainfall is there throughout the year, but only during winter times, you can see the maximum. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Why? Why winter's maximum? Why winter's maximum? Think about the position of Britain. Think about the pressure belt. Think about the shifting in the ITCZ. Now tell me, guys. Guys, are you there? Influence of both westerlies and easterlies. Yes. Right, good. So, anyways, as I said, seasons are four distinct seasons are there: summer, winter. Okay, all type of season is there. So this is what I said. This type of climate with four distinct seasons is something that is conspicuously absent in the tropics. Okay, that is even tropical monsoon we don't have. In savanna we don't have. In rainforest we don't have. Okay, only here you can see the difference in seasons, right? The natural vegetation of the British climate, if you see, it is deciduous forest. Okay, so trees shed their leaves during the cold time, and the autumn is the fall season, and in the spring, again it will come, right? So now you guys tell me, oak, elm, ash, birch, peach, poplar, these trees are known for something in the world. What do they do with these trees? Ship. Apart from ship, there's one more thing. Cricket bats. Cricket bats. If you see the cricket bat, majority of the cricket bats are made up of these trees only, made from these trees only. And the most prominent among all the trees were poplar and willows are the two most prominent tree species from which they make bat. And willows are the most costlier, the costliest among all of the bat, right? So deciduous forest. So anyways, this deciduous forest means deciduous trees only, right? You can make bats with any deciduous tree. Am I right? Then why particularly oak or willow or poplar? Why? Hard and lightweight. Hard and lightweight, yes. Most suitable, yes. And apart from that, British is the people who came up with this cricket, right? Anyways, then economy in British climate, right? If you see the economy in British climate, lumbering is profitable here. So what is lumbering? What is lumbering? You remember yesterday we discussed about this lumbering. What is lumbering? Tree cutting, right? As simple as that, tree cutting. Okay. So this is what one of the most profitable regions for lumbering, because you can compare this with the other regions of the world, especially the tropical regions. Here, I told you, right, something called a pure stand. Here you can find a pure stand. Okay, a pure stand means, same species occur for a large extent of area, so which comes under pure stand, right? Unlike the tropical regions where one region, neem, teak, sal, mahogany, ebony, like disposed throughout the region. Instead of that, it would be pure stand, same species all throughout the region, right? And easy penetration. Unlike the tropical forest, it is easy to penetrate into the forest of this British climate, right? It can be used as both fuel and also for industrial purposes. Eucalyptus, and in the highland regions, coniferous trees again comes into play. Coniferous trees are known for paper and pulp industries. Okay, paper industry, pulp industry, and apart from that, logistics. Okay, support for logistics. Right. So, what do you guys know about industrialization of this region? Industrialization. What about the industrialization of this region? Come on, guys. British climate. High productivity. Okay. So you know that British are the people, or Britain is the region where first industrialization happened, right? World's first industrialization happened in Britain. Yes. the most developed industrialization. If you see the region, Ruhr region of Germany, Manchester, Liverpool, right? And automobile industries, BMW, Volkswagen, Benz, and dairy product industries, Denmark, Netherlands, New Zealand, wool production, Tasmania, England, Japan, China, all these regions are known for industrialization. But my question is, why industrialization here? Why industrialization here? Why this region is highly industrialized and developed? Why? Answer is geography, but you should give me explanation. Availability of minerals. Okay. That's it. Availability of minerals. Ruhr region, yes, availability of minerals substantiated. See, you must know one thing. This region has the influence of maritime, right? Maritime means it is surrounded by oceans. So ship building is there. Yes. The coast is known as indented coastal line. Indented coastal line. In India, Kerala has this type of coastal line. Indented coastal line. That is why the western part of India is known for high natural port development. Okay, wherever indented coasts are there, natural port development will be there. If there is natural port development, it will help in the industrialization process. You can easily import and export. Okay, so as I said, this region is beautifully placed. One side, agriculture is flourishing because rainfall is all throughout the year. Rainfall is all throughout the year. You can go for crops all the 3 seasons, right? All the 4 seasons, right? Summer crop, winter crop, am I right? You can go for multiple croppings, which is not possible in other parts of the world. So agriculture is thriving and mineral is easily available. Like as I said, Ruhr region in Germany, right? Ruhr region is in Germany, right? And apart from that, dairy products in certain regions, in Denmark, for example. Okay, so input is available. Transportation is highly developed. Port development is there, right? Port development, it is one of the cheapest transportation, or it is the cheapest transportation of all the transportation. Okay. For long travel, it is the port or it is the ship that is the cheapest of everything, right? So reasons are multiple, combined reasons. That's why these regions are highly industrialized. Okay, merino wool production is there one side. One region is automobile because of the minerals. One region it is dairy products, right? And agriculture. Yes, of course, political reasons are there. Conducive government. Governments are also helpful in this region. See, Britain, first democracy, right? Britain democracy. See, when other parts of the world like France, Germany, they were all under the monarchical rule, Britain came to democracy. Right? With democracy, of course, things are going to develop. Right? So agriculture, and apart from that, market gardening, right? Truck farming. So this is an important thing, guys. Try to remember, okay? Market gardening and truck farming. So what is the meaning of truck farming? What do you understand from the word truck farming? Guys, do you understand my question? Using truck for farming purpose. Yes, okay. So basically, truck farming is, as I said, transportation is highly developed in this region. One reason for transportation is availability of plains. Availability of plains means grassland also. Okay, so good transportation facilities can be made when the regions are plains. Okay, so especially this you can see in United States of America. I told you right the other day, even the college professors, even the teachers, they leave their job to become a truck driver. From one part of the country, they'll carry, okay, and they'll reach the other part of the country. 1 week, the job is for one entire week, they'll drive. And the rest 3 weeks, they'll just vanish. They'll enjoy the life. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because highly developed transportation, because of the availability of planes, transportation is developed. So truck means not like our lorry. Okay, not like our Indian lorry. Have you seen the size of the truck?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they are damn big. Okay, so the truck, they'll travel from the entire eastern to west to east. Okay, so this is called the truck farming. Okay, because truck, it goes in high speed. Unlike the train, ship is also difficult because not all the regions you can penetrate through ships. Exactly. So this is the truck farming. Then mixed farming. As I already said, mixed farming means there one side wheat is there, the other side meat is also. Okay. Dairy production and everything. Beef, cattle, as I already said, one side pig, pork industry, one side beef industry. Both of them are available, and because of the uh, non-religious, because of the absence of religious hurdles, it is also thriving on the other side, right? So as I said, the crops, processes, the leftovers are all thrown to pigs and the cattle. They eat it and they become big. So skimmed milk, butter making, bacons are all available from this region. Okay, Denmark is one country which has highly developed industrialized dairy farming in the world. Also, Denmark is also known as the land of cooperatives. So I hope you know about cooperatives, right? What is a cooperative? What is a cooperative? Yes, cooperative only. Cooperatives. Working together, business. Yeah, cooperatives. Milk cooperatives, right? Do you know? Milk cooperatives, meat cooperatives. A lot of cooperatives are there where people come together as one. Yes, like Amul, like Mother's Dairy, Tamil Nadu Milk Cooperatives, agriculture cooperatives. Okay, so Denmark is known as the land of cooperatives. Okay, the reason is, dairy farming is there, and the people work as cooperatives, thereby developing. Okay, and apart from that, sheep rearing, the regions of Tasmania, Australia are known for merino sheep. Okay, so that's other agricultural activities. Of course, you know about potatoes. These regions of the world are known for potatoes, beet sugar, right? Okay, so you guys go for break and come back. Then we'll start with taiga climb. Hello, guys. Yes. Okay. So, shall we move forward? Next is taiga climate, right? So, the meaning of taiga, the meaning of boreal means untouched, right? Means untouched. So, what do you understand from this? Not exploited by humans. Okay. Yeah. Humans didn't exploit it. It asked us to exploit it. Right? Anyway, so taiga boreal means untouched, but hardly it is untouched. Okay. If you see this entire region, you can see the region, right? Northern part of Canada, northern part of Russia, and some other places of the world. You can see here. You can see here small places here and there, which means in higher altitudinal regions also you can just see this type of climate. Okay, higher latitude and higher altitude region, you can see this kind of climate called taiga climate or boreal climate, right? So many names are there: boreal climate, taiga climate, Siberian climate, cool temperate continental climate, continental subpolar climate. Okay, so all means the same thing. That is the Siberian climate. Okay, this is not present in the southern hemisphere. This is present only in the northern hemisphere, right? This is not present in the southern hemisphere, but it is present in the northern hemisphere. Why? Why? Yes, continents in the northern hemisphere. The presence of continents in the northern hemisphere and the absence of continents in the southern hemisphere is the reason why it is found only in the northern hemisphere, not in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so it's simple as that. And the distribution, around 50° to 70° north latitudes, you can find these type of climate. Okay, so temperature, it's a continental region. So, which means extremes of temperature. Temperature is also extreme, and extremes of temperature is also present here. Okay, during the summers, it would be around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. During the winter, it would be around minus 30, minus 40 degrees Celsius. So, is it possible for a human to live in such a condition?
No.
It's very difficult. Annual range of temperature is the highest in any other climate. Okay, this is where the highest annual range of temperature can be found, right? And in Russia, even minus 67 degrees Celsius was noted at one point of time. Okay, this is why I said the northern part of Russia, it's very difficult for the people to live. So that's why population is very less, population density is very low in the northern part of Russia. Okay, and the rivers are frozen here, of course, right? Ice covered for about 150 days. So which means almost half the time the lakes would be frozen, rivers would be frozen, right? So this is the region of permafrost region also. And precipitation. So of course you know about the precipitation. It would be moderate only or lower than moderate because it is a continental region, right? So the precipitation ranges from 38 to 63, and during the winter time you can know that instead of rainfall it would be snowfall, right? And also frontal disturbances. Frontal disturbances mean where cold front and warm front mix together. There you can see cyclonic rainfall or frontal rainfall, right? So this is one thing. And the natural vegetation of taiga is called as evergreen coniferous forest. So now you guys tell me, what is the meaning of evergreen? Mubashir, not died. When sheds leave, other plants would be there. This is the type of evergreen which you see in tropical rainforest. Okay. Whereas in coniferous forest, for one leaf, okay, for one leaf to shed, it would take more than 5 to 7 years for one leaf to shed, right? Leaf shedding hardly happens here. That is, as I said, 5 to 7 years it would take for one leaf to shed. That is why it is known as evergreen. Okay, coniferous means you know, understand, conical shaped trees. So conical shaped trees and conical shaped leaves. Why? Conical shaped trees, needle like leaves. Sorry, not conical shaped leaves, needle like leaves. Which is a form of adaptation. Okay, because you know that only in conical trees, if snowfall happens, okay, leaves will help in the sliding of snows. Okay, so the conical shape is a type of adaptation where if snow falls, it will slide off, easily slide off the plant. Okay, it's a type of adaptation. And needle like leaf is also a type of adaptation. Why? We already saw, right? Leaves, small leaves, thorns instead of leaves. Do you remember? For what purpose?
Transpiration.
To reduce the transpiration. Okay. Needle shaped is also for what? To avoid transpiration. To avoid heat loss. Okay. And apart from that, it also has waxy coating. Why? Waxy coating. Why?
To prevent from excess heat. It reduces
Excess
in
heat. There is no heat here. Arjun.
To prevent from dehydration.
To prevent from dehydration. Oh, okay. It's not exactly the same. If there is no wax coating available,
Moisture.
the temperature is freezing here. With freezing temperature, what will happen is leaves will become, what will happen to the leaves under extreme cold? Exactly. It becomes frozen. If it is frozen, then of course the leaves will die. To prevent itself from being frozen, they have waxy coating so that the contact between the environment and the leaves would be absent. Okay, waxy coating protects them from the extreme temperature, extreme cold temperature, the frost temperature, right? So, which forest is the largest forest in the world? Which forest is the largest forest in the world? Which forest is the largest forest in the world, guys? Rainforest? Okay. Actually, it is coniferous forest. See the extension. Coniferous forests are the largest of the forest in the world. Taiga climate is the largest climate of the world. Okay, you can ask, okay, if that is the case, then it should be polar climate, right? Not that case. Polar is concentrated only in Antarctic. Okay, so anyways, at least there it would be some contention would be there. Some would say it is polar climate, some would say it is taiga climate, but the forest as such, if you take, it's not the rainforest, it is the coniferous forest, which is the largest of all other forests, and it is the taiga that is the largest, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right. So as I said, conical shape, the slow accumulation, right? And apart from that, to avoid a transpiration, and you know the reason, right? Apart from that, the contact between snow, that the environment and the leaves will make the leaves frozen. So to avoid that also, it has thick, small leaves, waxy coating, right? Anyways, one thing about coniferous forest is that leaching and acidity. Okay, the soils of coniferous forest are poor, right? And if you can see the humus content, as I said, it is a evergreen leaf. The reason evergreen it is called, as I said, one leaf to shed it will take some 5 to 7 years. So leaves barely fall. So decomposition is also slow because bacterial activity is also low. Am I right? Bacterial activity is low. Humus content is low. Decomposition is low. Underground growth would also be low because soil is poor in condition. But now my question would be, if you have competition between tropical rainforest and the coniferous forest, okay, which will survive? I mean, in criteria like in a situation, okay, I'll give you a situation. Situation is after destruction, means if you are clearing the entire rainforest and clearing the entire coniferous forest on the other side, which will grow fast, which will grow, which will
Rainforest.
rise again?
Rainforest.
Actually, that is not the case. It is the coniferous forest which will win. The problem with rainforest is once you destroyed it, it becomes difficult for them to replenish. But that is not the case with coniferous forest. See, destroying one small plot is different. Okay, a lot of animals are there, a lot of plants are there. So dispersion will happen, plants will grow, animals will come. That's a different case. But if you destroy the entire region, then what will happen? That's the question. Why coniferous will win, why rainforest will fail is because the survival of the coniferous forest is more when you compare to the survival of the rainforest. Reason is Soil less nutritious, right? Here also soil poor. Both areas soil are poor, right? Here, if one tree grows, it can stand for a very long time. But for a tree to grow here, it is very difficult because it's raining daily. When it is raining daily and it is marshy in condition, so growing a new tree and plant becomes difficult. Already soil has no nutrition. Leaching is there every day. No humus present. High bacterial activity. So it becomes very difficult for the rainforest to grow against. That's why when rainforest is in fire, people are screaming their throat because it's very difficult for a rainforest to survive. It's very difficult for a rainforest to replenish it itself. Is it clear?
Sir, the nutrient content will be larger in the rainforest region, right?
Nutrient content. Yes, because
Yeah,
of the humus.
yeah, right.
Yes, because of the humus. Here, humus content is low because trees seldom falls. Okay. Right. Economic development of this region. So, as I said, lot of coniferous forest, still untouched due to remoteness. This happens only in Russia. Okay, because Russia population is also low. It's difficult for them to penetrate to this region because it's harsh. But that is not the case with Canada. Okay, in Canada, it is entirely different. Okay, Canadian taiga is one of the most exploited regions of the world. Okay, because of lumbering activity, right? Also, I said, do you remember maple syrup? Maple syrup. Yes. Agriculture is also difficult in this region because of its temperature. So, activities like trapping means catching wildlife. For what purpose? For what purpose? Cloth. Okay, this is a business here. Trapping animals. So, guys, tell me whether it is good or bad. They capture animals for fur, they kill them, they take their fur, make clothes out of it. Is it good or bad?
Sir, it is good for the humans for the survival.
Okay, good for the humans for the survival. Okay, only for them. See, actually for trade only. See, the problem is for subsistence, if you do something, it is fine. Okay, even in India, we have Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, we have species, Schedule 5, Schedule 1, 2, 3, different species are there. Schedule 1 means you should not do anything harm to them. Okay, Schedule 5 means it considered as vermin, you can do a lot of things. So different types of schedules are there, and wildlife protection we have. But even in Wildlife Protection Act, if it is placed under one or two category schedules, there are certain animals even today killed by the primitive tribal communities of India. Okay, for them it is allowed, for us it is not allowed. Okay, Japan goes for whaling. Okay, international whaling community was there. Okay, IWC, international whaling. But Japan, it was there in international whaling for some time. Then it came out because they couldn't survive it. Fishing is one of the important activity of Japan. It's very difficult for them to survive without fishing, especially whales. Okay, dolphins, whales are all not allowed to hunt, but Japanese hunt them. Okay, not just Japanese, that Micronesia, Polynesia, all the other countries, the small island nations which are there, the tribal population for their subsistence, they hunt all these animals, all these creatures. Okay, so depending upon what purpose, depending upon who's doing that, it differs. Okay, and also you know that we are not the exact people to comment on this. We are also in a morally gray situation, right? We are going to eat chicken, fish, or beef for the afternoon lunch. So we are not the good people here to comment on this, anyways. So for what purpose you are doing that, or on what level you are doing that, that is the question. Okay, so the problem here is even the animals which are under severe strain, which are vulnerable, which are endangered, which are critically endangered, are still being hunted and furs are taken out of them. Okay, and some of the animals like minsk, they live a very difficult life because of fur trading. Okay, so trapping is one of the economical activity of this region, and apart from that, lumbering. So lumbering, you know, here it is soft trees, right? Soft trees means paper industry, pulp industry, and apart from that, as I said, you know, the logistics. Okay, for all these purposes. And apart from that, byproducts. Byproducts are very important here. Canada, especially Canada and Russia, but especially Canada, are known for creating this byproducts, or the market leaders in the byproducts. Varnish, paint, dye, resin, wood alcohol, disinfectants. Okay, these are the byproducts of timbers. Okay, byproducts of timbers which are chemically processed. Okay, so Canada is one of the countries, or Canada is the market leader for these byproducts. Okay, and of course, lumbering activity, as I said. So lumbering, because homogeneous groups, your stand is there, it can be easily filled. River is there, so it can be taken out easily. So all the favorable conditions are there for transportation, for sawmilling, industrial development, all are there. Okay, so that's one thing, right? So shall we move forward? Next is the Laurentian climate. Next is Laurentian climate, or also known as cool temperate eastern margin climate, or cool temperate eastern marine climate. Okay, all are the same thing, which means Laurentian climate. Okay, so Laurentian climate is also known as mixed climate. Mixed climate. Reason is it is the intermediate between British climate and taiga climate. So you tell me, what are the features can we see here? Guys, come on, tell me, what are the features can we see here? Distinct seasons. Okay, feature of both British and taiga, both you should see here. Will there be fishing? Will there be fishing? Will there be lumbering? Yes, yes, yes. Will there be industrial development, especially paper pulp industry? Paper, pulp, maple. Yes. Fishing industries also. Fish processing industry. Yes, everything will be there. Okay, as I said, this is the amalgamation of both British and Taiga climate. So both the features of British and Taiga you can find here. Okay, so where do we have this Laurentian climate? Which is this region? What region is this? And what is this region?
Northeastern part of America and southeast part of Canada.
Good, very good. And this is
China, Northeast China.
Northeast China, Southeast Russia, Japan, right? And one more thing is, do you remember any currents here, this region? It is Gulf Stream and Labrador here, Oyashio and Kuroshio. Do you remember?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. Yes.
Exactly. So this region is the most developed and most productive fishing ground in the world. Okay, this region is the most developed fishing ground in the world, and this region is the most exploited fishing ground in the world, and this region is the most industrialized fishing ground in the world, right? So temperature, if you take, it's cold dry winter, warm wet summer. Okay, summers are warm as tropics, 25 degrees Celsius. The reason is, warm ocean current influence is there. Okay, winters, snowfall is common, right? Precipitation, it would be around somewhere 75 to 150 centimeter rainfall, depending upon the influence of westerlies. Okay, highest fishing grounds in the world. And the beauty of this region, that is, Great Lakes are present, Atlantic Ocean is present, and in the Japan side, if you see, Pacific Ocean is present, right? St. Lawrence waterway. So shipping, port development, and apart from that, warm ocean current, and apart from that, fishing, all helps in the development of this region. Am I right?
Right, sir.
So this is what I said. Okay, in the Asiatic region, it is little different. In the North American region, it is little different, but the case is same with both the region. Okay, so you know about Japan, right? Fishing, indented coastline. Do you remember indented coastline? Indented coastlines are known for what?
Natural ports.
Natural port development. Okay, and cold current, warm current meeting is known for what?
Fishing spot.
Fishing spot, right? And here rainfall is also maximum because both southeast monsoon and northwest monsoon can be felt in this region, that is the western coast of Japan. Okay, one side it is another, the other side it is another, right? So fishing ground, port development. Now you can understand why, even though Japan is an unfavorable situation one side geographically, there is another situation where it is geographically well endowed. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
One side, if you see the country as such, it is the country that has highest percentage of its land under forest, right? Mountains, hills, it's very difficult. The northern part entirely. Okay. Minerals are also absent, major minerals. Cyclones, earthquakes, volcanoes, but at the same time, what they have is only indented coastline and fishing. Okay, and only with this indented coastline and fishing, Japan developed to a great extent. Japan became one of the most developed countries in the world. Right? So natural vegetation, you know, it's a cool temperate forest region, coniferous, same, almost same as this region. Okay, so you know, lumbering activity, again, St. Lawrence waterway, pure stand, you know about everything. Okay, this is known as mixed forest. The reason is, what is the reason? Why it is called a mixed forest?
Varieties of trees.
Simple. It is a combination of British and the taiga, which means both hardwood and softwood trees are available. If both hardwood and softwood trees are available, then both side it will go. Furniture, right? Housing constructions. The other side, paper, pulp, right? And the byproducts, right? So since it is a mixed forest, both kind of economical activity you can find in this region, right? Then you know the cold and warm current, right? Wherever cold and warm current meets, plankton growth will be there. Continental shelves are broad here, right? So how broad continental shelves helps in the development of fishing industry? How? How broad continental shelves helps in the development of fishery sector? Mubashir, good. Coral reefs. Thank you for coming up with this topic. Here you cannot see coral reefs. I told you for coral reefs, broad continental shelves are necessary, right? That means shallow water. Okay, it is necessary for corals to grow. But the problem here is abundant sunlight. Abundant sunlight is a criteria for the coral growth. Am I right? For coral growth, abundant sunlight is necessary.
Right, sir.
Can you see abundant sunlight here?
No.
No. So no corals. Okay. See, corals are a very sensitive creatures, right? They are like very sensitive in nature, which means they have a very narrow range of temperature. If the temperature is more, they'll die. If the temperature is less, they'll die. Okay. If there is pollution, they'll die. Okay. If there is more nitrogen, they'll die. If there is less nitrogen, they'll die. If there is more plankton, they'll die. If there is less plankton, they'll die. So what to do? Very sensitive creatures. So it's very difficult with them. Okay, that's why we have to save corals, right? So now I would ask rainforest on one side and coral on the other side. Out of these two, which is the most productive, do you think? No, actually corals. Corals are the most productive. When you compare it with the rainforest, corals are most productive. Corals are more productive than rainforest. Actually, They call corals. Corals they call as rainforest of the ocean. Actually, what they should do is they should call the rainforest as the coral of lands. Okay, because coral reefs are more productive than the rainforest. It harbors a lot of sea dwelling creatures. Okay, like shrimps, lobsters. Okay, a lot of creatures are there. It harbors a lot number of sea creatures. So corals are very important for the survival of all these creatures, right? And apart from that, corals are one of the most beautiful creatures of the world. It's a combination of, it is a combination, right? Coral reefs are not one single species. It is a combination of two species which help one another. Symbiotic relationship. Zooxanthellae and algae, right? One provides shelter, the other provide food, right? So it's a symbiotic relationship, one of the most beautiful creatures of the world, and it's a very sensitive creature also, as I said. Okay. Right? They need very narrow range of temperature. They need very good waters without pollution, without nitrogen. So a lot of things are there. So anyways, here if you come back, plankton growth would be high because shallow waters, high plankton growth, and also upwelling happens because of the mixing of water. So again, high plankton growth. To feed on the plankton, more fish. So the fishing activity, right? Is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is thing you already know. As I said, thriving fishing industry, USA, Norway, Britain, okay, St. Lawrence waterway, salmon fish, right? Have you ever tried salmon fish, guys? Salmon. Oh, does it taste good? I mean, is there any speciality? We have our main fishes, right? We have kingfish, we have seerfish, neimine, all these avoli, all these fishes are there. What I'm asking is the salmon, is it anything so precious about it? Omega-3 fatty acids. Oh, so which means other fishes don't have omega-3. Yeah. Biju, you said yes, right? You tried, right? So you tell me. Protein. Okay. Other fishes also have protein. See, what I'm asking is, you have tried, right? So that's why I'm asking. See, it looks beautiful. Okay. It looks beautiful. The exterior also, interior also. That beautiful orange color inside, right? You said nothing, but someone said yes, right? Someone said they tried. Okay. Just enjoy eating it. The problem is, Arjun, I'll tell you, 1 kg is 2,500 rupees. 1 kg salmon, 2,500. Actually, it is more than that, around 3,000 per kg salmon is. Per kg salmon is 3,000. And this is also, I'm saying, in comparatively low price. Exactly. So we can't enjoy, right? 1 kg is like 3,000, which means even if you go for one single slice of it, it would be around 200 grams. Okay, again, it would be around 600. You would be spending 600 just for one slice of fish, uncooked fish. After that, you have to cook. If you get from restaurants, one fillet, one small piece of salmon would cost you 2,500 rupees. In restaurants, I'm saying one piece, 2,500 rupees. Okay, but in hotels, if you can go, I mean, if you want to buy salmon as fresh one, it is not available. Fresh salmon is not available in India. Only you can get the one already catched, kept it in ice for a long time. That you can get. That itself, I'm saying 3,000 rupees per kg. Eat 3 biryanis for one pizza. Yeah, you can even eat 4 or 5 biryanis, depending upon which restaurant you are eating. So, anyways, this is what I said. It looks beautiful, okay, but you can try at least once in your lifetime. Just like how you can try camel milk. Okay, you can try this salmon fish once in your lifetime. It looks beautiful. Maybe it is like really eye-catching if you watch it. Because our fishes, if we see, they don't have this orange color, right? Flesh won't be in orange color. The fishes that we see, flesh never comes in orange color. But salmon is like rich orange color. Yeah. Anyways, I didn't find much difference in the taste of salmon compared to our fishes. I tried once, but I don't know. I just want to ask from other people if they have tried or not, whether they liked it or not. But they make sushi out of it. You know about sushi, right? Sushi. Yeah, they make sushi out of salmon. And again, sushi is another overpriced food. They'll just take a thin slice out of salmon, coat it with wet Japanese rice. Okay, and they give us raw fish meat called sushi. I don't know why it is so overpriced and why people are so fond of this sushi. Right, anyways, the problem with this region is overfishing. Yes, of course, fish is there, but overfishing is a very big problem of this region. As I said, whale, dolphins. Okay, if you see dolphins, dolphins are like sea dogs. Okay, sea dogs, there are different criteria. Okay, sea dogs are a 10 different criteria. Why I'm saying sea dog means they behave like human. I mean, they behave like human, and they are very human friendly also. Dolphins. Yeah, they eat dolphins. That's why dolphins are now in critically endangered species, but still they eating dolphins. That's the problem with Japan. Actually, majority of the world communities asked Japan to stop it, stop eating dolphins or to protect them. But it's very sad situation. You can even watch videos in YouTube. Okay, because it's very easy to catch dolphins. Just like dogs. If you ask a dog, like they'll come to you. Okay, just like that, dolphins also will come to you. What these guys do is they'll just have a hammer. They'll take it. They'll hit it with a hammer or they'll hit it with a spear and take it. Because as I said, dolphins are just like dogs. If you call them, they will come to you. So at least other fishes, whales and all, it's difficult to catch them. They are aggressive in nature, but dolphins are not aggressive also. So it's very easy to catch them. All you have to do is you have to call them. If you give them some food, they'll come to you. Okay, so this is one problem with this region, overfishing, and making majority of the species here are going to be endangered or critically endangered just in a while. Okay, so this is what here, as I was saying, criticized for whaling operations. So if you guys have time, just go in YouTube, search for all these things. You can understand what is happening all throughout the world. Okay, then pearls, you know about Pearl Harbor, all those situations. Okay, so the name Pearl Harbor came because that region is known for pearl cultivation. Okay, so why fishing is dominant occupation in Japan? I hope you know. Why is it dominant? Why is it dominant in Japan? Fishing occupations. Cold and warm current mixing. Also, you know that the mainland of Japan hardly supports agricultural activity. As I said, 80% of the Japanese land comes under non-agricultural. Okay, and 50% of the land is covered by forest. Japan is not endowed with natural resources. So that's only one way Japan has to survive. They have to come to the sea. That's why all the industries, almost all the major industries of Japan are there in the coastal region. And apart from that, they go for industrialization and processing in the ships itself. Instead of taking anything to the inland, they'll get from other parts of the world, import it, they manufacture it, they process it, and they send back. Everything happens in the ocean itself. So another thing is they cannot even raise livestock, as I said. Since farming is absent, since farming land is absent, then where will they go for pastures? If there is no pastures, that means there is no cattle population, there is no livestock population. So they have no other way except to depend on fish. Okay, fish becomes the most important protein source, the chief protein food of Japanese as well as Chinese, because the region is like that, nothing they can do. Okay, so fishing industry, highly developed fishing industry, pretty costly also if you take that for that case. Okay, and also I told you about this cod fish, right? Cod fish in the Newfoundland region, cod liver oil, this cod fish. Okay, that is also pretty famous in this region. And as I already said, geographical advantage, the only geographical advantage these people have is the indented coastline and the sheltered fishing ports. Okay, apart from that, a lot of skilled workforce are available who are experienced in fishing. They have advanced technologies. Okay, so basically it is human capital, technology, plus a small geographical advantage they have near the ocean. Right, is it clear? Shall we move forward? So the last climatic zone. Okay, so this is the end of climatic regions of the world. Okay, this is the tundra climate, are also known as polar climate, are also known as Arctic climate, right? Which means, you know this very clearly, northern part of Arctic Circle, southern part of Antarctic Circle is where you can see this Arctic climate, right? So what would be the temperature, guys? What would be the temperature? Very cold. Permafrost region. Summer minus 10 degrees Celsius. Winter minus 30 degrees Celsius. Even in summer, minus 20 degrees Celsius, minus 30 degrees Celsius. In winter, it would be minus 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the problem is this region is very difficult to live. You know the reason, right? So tundra climate is characterized by very low mean annual temperature, right? And apart from that, you know, so my question is, penguin and polar bear, both of them live in Arctic climate, the polar climate, but polar bear, they don't eat dolphins. Why? Polar bear eat fishes. Penguins eat fishes. Okay, both of them are in Arctic climate, but polar bear never eats penguin. Why? Exactly, right? So one guy is in north, one guy is in south. Polar bear you can find only in Arctic. Penguins you can find only in Antarctic. Okay, so one is in the northern part, the other one is the southern part. So they never come into interaction with each other, so they never eat each other. Right, anyway, so the natural vegetation is no trees because, of course, harsh climate, it's not possible for a tree to grow in such a condition. Okay, only you can find mosses and lichens here. Lichens you can see anywhere. That's the beauty of lichens. Tropical rainforest, you can see lichens. Temperate deciduous forest, you can see lichens. Tropical deciduous forest, you can see lichens. Lichens, you can see anywhere and everywhere. Why? Why? Guys, am I audible? Yes, then tell me. Why? What is the reason? See, lichens are a very good indicator, great indicator. Lichens are called indicator species. Okay, lichens are a good indication, as I said. The reason is, if there is pollution, you cannot see lichens there. Okay, only the regions which are free of pollution, you can find the lichens. Right? That is why if lichens are present, that means air pollution is low. Okay, so many indicator species are there which you will learn in environment. Anyways, so lichens, if you take, they are the great indicator of pollution. If there are no lichens, it means there is pollution, huge, heavy pollution in this region. Right? So lichens are available. Lichens can be seen in any place or any climate because lichens are a combination of two species, algae and mosses. Right? Symbiotic relationship. Algae prepares food. Yes. Oh, sorry, I said mosses, right? Fungus. Algae prepares food. Then what will fungus provide? Algae provides food to fungus. Then what will fungus provide?
Shelter.
Shelter. Okay, so since it is a symbiotic relationship, they can survive in any place. Okay, except when there is huge pollution. Right. Apart from that, there is no fauna. Okay. Sorry. Apart from that, there is no any flora. Only some grasses. Okay, that will be there. Apart from that, if you consider fauna, this region is full of good faunas that you know, aware of: wolves, foxes, Arctic hare, reindeer, right? Then polar bear, penguins. Okay, you must be aware of all these animals. Adaptations are there. Okay, adaptations are, they all have rich fur. Why? Why? Rich fur. Yes, to prevent heat loss from their body. Yes. Okay. To prevent heat loss from their body. More than that, to protect them from the frost condition, from the permafrost condition, to protect them from the cold, they have fur in their body. To prevent heat loss from their body, they have small ears. Okay. If you consider their body and ears, they have small ears. Right? They have small ears to protect heat loss from their body. Okay. And high body fat for insulation purpose. To insulate, okay, insulation, not insulation, insulation. Okay. To insulate themselves from the harsh, cold climatic condition, they have high body fat. That's why polar bear, high body fat, right? Penguin, high body fat, right? And apart from that, hibernation. What is hibernation? Winter sleep, right? Hibernation is winter sleep. So these are some of the adaptations of this region, right? Am I clear? Shall we move forward? Human activities, I hope you know, Eskimos. Okay, semi-nomadic life. Apart from that, there is no much human activities here. They live in a compact house called igloos. Okay, fishing activity, and food is derived from fish, seal, walruses, polar bear. That's how it is. And apart from that, the recent development is the petroleum products. Petroleum products in Alaska, in Kenai Peninsula. Okay, so this is the recent development. And apart from that, you know, the current problem with the polar region is that rising global warming. Okay, due to the global warming, ice sheets are melting, and because of that, this region is going to get hugely affected. Okay, and at the same time, opportunities are also there. As I said the other time, the new sea trade route will open. With the new sea trade route, Russia can connect to all parts of the world. Okay, that is one thing, right? So apart from that, there is nothing much here, right? So this is the end of climatic zones, right? So guys, do you have any doubts? Any doubts? Nothing? Okay then. Thank you all. Have a good day.